then, this video is a comparison and a look at the different tram systems in Kiev, in Ukraine. And how do I describe the trams of Kiev? They are not quite like your usual trams. They are pretty different indeed. So let's just start off with talking through different tram systems here. I'd say it's about 3 different separate tram systems. There's the regular trams, or should I say, the completely, utterly knackered, worn out trams, which are limited to 20 miles an hour, even though trams feel like they've got power to go faster. And it feels like they're limited because the trams would fall apart if they went any quicker. This tram system is in such a state. Then you've got the express trams, which is a segregated tram system. And although it's called express tram, the top speed's 30 miles an hour. It's not really that express, but this is a nice system because it's segregated. But in a lot of places, the trams only run at 20, so that's a bit disappointing. And as well as that, there's also another express tram system, which is more like a connecting system, connecting a housing estate up in the north of Kiev to the Kiev suburban trains. This tram system also runs 30 miles an hour, but this one runs a bit more consistently at 30 miles an hour. So then, let's get this video started with the regular trams. And these trams, bloody hell, they are properly knackered. I've never seen a tram system quite like this. The tracks are so wobbly and look completely worn out, and the whole system looks like it's so underfunded.
Там получается съесть две части.
Right then, let's now go on these trams along to the outskirts of Kiev. And these trams actually do run quite a long way out. They run a few miles through a forest to a little village right on the outskirts. And when they run through the forest, this is a segregated, dedicated route, as it's just tram tracks running through this empty forest. And at this point, you'd think they'd get up some speed. Nope, they don't. Even though they feel like they've got power to go faster, they only go 20 miles an hour. And they speed up, get 20 miles an hour, and then suddenly the power cuts because there's a speed limiter. Then the trams coast back down to 15 miles an hour when the power comes back in again. That is so slow and pathetic. And just look at the tracks. The tracks are so wobbly and badly maintained. This really reminds me of some of these little heritage railways you get in England, such as the East Kent Railway and some of these other really pathetic little heritage lines. But this isn't a heritage line. This is the main form of transport for the people on this little village on the outskirts of Kiev. I feel really sorry for these people having such slow transport to get into town.
Разові квитки для оплати проїзду ви можете придбати у водія.
And now along to the Kiev Express trams. This is a segregated tram route. So trams do not run through traffic. This is completely segregated and they have a top speed of 30 miles an hour. Although disappointingly, in quite a lot of places, they only run at 20 miles an hour, which is But nevertheless, this is a good route and there's actually a wide variety of different trams running on this. Unlike the regular trams, we have to pay in cash every single time you get on the tram, and then you get a little paper ticket, and then there's hole punches in the tram that punch a number of holes into your ticket, and the validation of the ticket is literally how many holes have been punched in the ticket. That is a really pathetic ticket system. The express trams have a more modern system, because you can actually pay by contactless card. But when the ticket inspectors got on, they actually told me they had no way of checking whether you touched in or not, because they didn't have the technology. That is so pathetic. So then, let's take a look at the Kiev Express tram.
Next station, Signy Sozhny.
Всіх бажаючих оголошено навчання за зазначеними професіями за рахунок підприємства. Запрошено на роботу особам з інвалідністю, громадянам похилого віку, майбутнім іммігрантам.
And now we go along to a different tram system in Kiev. This is just a little tram system that links up a housing estate in the north of Kiev to the suburban trains. But the suburban trains only run in the rush hour. And this is the main Kiev suburban line. This is like the Kiev S-Bahn, and it only runs in the rush hour. There's no trains in the middle of the day. And I feel very sorry for the people in this housing estate not having a main form of transport in the middle of the day. That's just really bad. Anyway, this tram system is in fact the most efficient in Kiev. Although the trams only go 30 miles an hour, they are consistently actually at 30 miles an hour. And when they leave the tram stop, they speed straight up to 30, then they slow straight down to stop into the next tram stop. They don't have to go slow at any point. And even though this is just a little tiny tram system, this isn't like a major system, it's just like a little tiny system, and very few people actually visit Kiev probably ever even see this tram system. This tram system is in fact my favourite, simply because it is actually efficient.
dziękuję.